Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Speaking to you is Mr. Mahmoud Makram. Actually, I'm so excited because, for a long time, I haven't seen you. I hope everything is fine and life is treating you well. Today, it's a grammar time. Today, we're doing the F conditionals. Okay, it's anyway Unit 6. Lesson 2 is about F conditionals and Lesson 3 is about F conditionals. So the unit is mainly about F conditionals. So of course Lesson 2 is entitled Looking Forward, and we start with the conditionals, the first conditional and the second conditional, and we will do the zero conditional. We start with the zero conditional F. Okay, zero conditional. Of course, we use the zero conditional to talk about facts, things that always happen in the same way. Here you have an example. If you throw a ball in the air, what will happen? It falls down. What happens if you throw a ball in the air? It falls down. In zero conditionals, the two sentences must be in the present simple tense. So you can't use will, you can't use would. So when you're talking about scientific facts, you must use present simple in the two sentences, in the main clause and the if clause. Okay, we use F or when plus present simple for zero conditional. We use it when we talk about what? Facts and statements that are always true. Okay, here are some examples. So what happens if you mix yellow and red? Okay, try to complete the sentence I say. If you mix yellow and red, can I say you will get or you get? We get orange. If we mix yellow and red, we get orange. I can say we will get, because will gives a sense of possibility, and here it's not a possibility. It's like a fixed fact, It's not a possibility. Okay, what happens if you throw a ball in the air? What happens? Yes? Yeah, try to complete it. If you throw a ball into the air, what happens? Yes, it falls down. Again, you can say it will fall, because if you use will again, you suggest or you mean that, or you imply that this is possible. Actually, it's not possible. It's a fact. It will happen. It's certain. So you must use present simple in both sentences. Of course, present simple is either verb or verb plus s. What happens if you boil water? What happens if you boil water? What happens? Of course, yes, try to complete it. Yes, if you boil water, it turns into steam. Again, it's a present simple here, which is verb stem, and here it's verb plus s, because again, present simple is verb stem or verb plus s. Of course, we put the s with he, she, and it. If I see a lion, I will run away. Now we will start talking about the first conditional. If I see a lion, I will run away. Maybe I hide. Maybe I feel so scared that I don't move, that I stand still. So here it's about possibilities. The first conditional is about possibilities, things that are possible or likely to happen. So this is present simple in the if clause, and in the main clause it's will plus infinitive. So in if clause, when you're talking about the first conditional in the if clause, you must use the present simple, which is the verb stem or infinitive, or the verb plus s, and in negative, of course, in the negative form, you use don't or doesn't. You can't use didn't, of course. And in the second sentence, which is the main clause, you will use will plus the infinitive, and you can use may as well. You can use may if you wish. Okay, so this is the first conditional. So in the first conditional, we talk about what? Possibilities. Okay, now we have a lot of examples. For the first conditional, we start with this one. If I study, I will pass my exam. But in negative form, if I don't study, I won't pass my exams. And then if I study, I will pass my, sorry, in the question form, if I study, will I pass my exams? And if he studies, he will pass his exams. Of course, we added the verb s here because we have he. If you have he, she, or it, you must add s to the verb. He will pass his exams. And in negative, doesn't. Of course, here we used don't because we have I, but down here we used doesn't because the subject is he. So if he doesn't, of course we use he. With he, she, it, you use doesn't, but with I, we, they, you use don't. He won't pass his exams, and in the question form, if he studies, will he pass his exams? Okay, so now to the second conditional F. Now to the second conditional F. If I saw a lion, notice here that the verb is past. If I saw a lion, I would run away. This is unreal present or future situation. If I saw a lion, but did I see a lion? No, I don't see a lion. But if I saw one, if I saw a lion, I would run away. But I can't see a lion now, actually. So this is in the second conditional F, the F clause is past simple. You use the past verb, the second form of the verb or verb to, and in negative you use didn't, of course, and in the second sentence, which is the main clause, you use would, and you can use might if you wish. You can use what? Might in the second one. So let's go on. Now this is the second conditional. So the second conditional is past simple and would. Just to revise what we have said, the first conditional is present simple and will, and the zero conditional is present simple, the two sentences, the if clause and the main clause. Okay, here for the second conditional, I have just added a lot of slides to practice, for you to practice. If we rich, we a yacht. We're not rich. We're not rich, but it's, as I have written here, it's an unreal situation in the present or in the future. I'm just imagining. So if we rich, if we what rich, it must be because it's unreal situation. So it's the second conditional F. So it must be F, then past simple, and then the second sentence has to be would. So if we were rich, we would buy. Then what you do if your wallet? What you do if you? Can I say what will you do if you lose your wallet? This will be in the first conditional F. But now we're doing some exercises on unreal situations. Unreal. So what would you do if you lost your wallet? Next, if you, of course, you can use the second conditional F for given advice. You can use the second conditional F for given advice. So if I were you, I would take an aspirin and lie down. Then if I single, I around the world. So if I were single, I would travel around the world. And then I, a new computer. If I, enough money. Again, it's a hypothetical situation. It's like imaginary situation. It's unreal situation in the present or in the future. So if I bought a new computer, if I would buy a new computer if I had enough money. If I to Russia, I visit the Red Square. Again, it's unreal situation. So if I went to Russia, I would visit the Red Square. So to sum it up, we use the first conditional to talk about something that is quite likely to happen in the future. There is a big possibility for the condition to be fulfilled. And we use the second conditional to talk about a present situation which is impossible or very unlikely to happen. It is very unlikely for the condition to be fulfilled. Okay, now please go to your student books, lesson 2, the grammar of lesson 2 of unit 6. Down here we have some examples. If I had studied, I would have passed the test. Which of the following are true about this sentence? I studied a lot. I didn't study. I passed the test. I didn't pass the test. You have some seconds to think. So if I had studied, did I study? I didn't study. Did I pass the test? No, I test. Okay, so we're talking now about the conditional, future, present, and past. The zero conditional, the first conditional, and the second conditional. So here you have, if I make a lot of money, I will buy an expensive watch. If I made a lot of money, I would buy an expensive watch. The first one here is in the first conditional, and the second one is the second conditional. It's here present and then will. But here it's past and then would. So, in which sentence does the speaker think making a lot of money is more likely? So, in which sentence is about possibilities? Of course, the first sentence is about possibilities because the first conditional F is used. And the second question, in which sentence does the speaker sound more like an optimist? How do you know? Of course, in the first sentence again, because he's talking about possibility. Okay, here we have another activity in your books. If I have money, I spend it. This is what? Is it the first conditional? No. It's the zero conditional because it's talking about a condition which is always true. A state which is always true for the person who's speaking. And the second one, if I had money, I would save it. Of course, this is the second conditional F because it's past here, and then you have would. So in which sentence is the speaker talking about his or her regular behavior? Of course, in sentence 1, it's about what he always does. And in which sentence, the second one, in which sentence is the speaker imagining a situation that is not true right now? I think not true, so it's unreal, so it's sentence 2. In which sentence can you replace the F with whenever? Of course, in the first sentence, I can use whenever in the zero conditional sentence. So here you have some examples. What do you do if you feel tired during the day? So you say, if I feel tired during the day, I rest, or I will rest. Which country would you go to if you could choose? It's here, the question is in the second conditional F. So which country would you choose if you could choose? If I could choose a country, I would travel to Canada. If you won a lot of money, what would be the first thing you would buy? If I won a lot of money, I would buy so-and-so. And you can do it alone. And if you have any questions about the F conditionals, I will be very glad to listen to your questions. Bye. Stay at home. Stay safe. Bye.